आजकल
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Huzur
बदरी
says
साहबा का मैं जिक्र कर रहा हूँ.
that I am mentioning the earlier companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ these days. In the history and the books of tradition, the life account of some of the companions and some incidents relating to them, they are found in great detail. But there are many regarding whom very brief account of their life is found. But anyway, in the Battle of Badr, when they joined in that, their status that is well established. So therefore, whether it is mentioned only in few lines, but that should be mentioned. For today, the companions which are going to be mentioned, there are many among them regarding whom very brief account is mentioned. The first of all, Hadhrat Subab bin Qais is the first to be mentioned today. His grandfather was Wasa, and some people wrote Aisha. Anyway, he was Ansari, and in the Battle of Badr he participated. The name of her mother was Khadija, daughter of Amr bin Zaid, and he had one son whose name was Abdullah, and the mother was from the tribe Jadara. He died in infancy, and apart from that there was no other children. Ubadah bin Qais was his brother. Hadhrat Subay, one real brother was with the name of Qais. The second is Unais bin Qatada, son of Qatada. At the Battle of Uhud, he passed away. According to some people, his name was Anas. Anyway, the correct name is Unais. Muhammad bin Ishaq and Muhammad bin Umar, they have written as Unais. In the time of Badr, he participated along with the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he embraced martyrdom in Uhud, Battle of Uhud. And he did not have any issue, no children. Khansa bint Iqdam, she was married to him when he embraced martyrdom. And then there was a companion, Hadhrat Malail bin Barbara, son of Barbara. Regarding his name, there are different narrations. Ibn Ishaq and Abu Naim has mentioned Malail bin Abdul Karim bin Khalid bin Ajala is mentioned their name, while other people have mentioned Barbara bin Ajala is mentioned. Abdul Karim was omitted in this line. He also related to branch of Khazraj. He participated in Badr and Uhud, both the expeditions, and from his progeny was Zaid, whose mother was Zaid bint Nazala bin Malik was the mother. Hadhrat Mulail did not have any issue further. He was known as Khalid bin Ajlan. According to one narration, it is written that he participated in Badr, and in other expeditions he joined with the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And then there is a companion, Hadhrat Wafil bin Abdullah bin Nazla. He died during the Battle of Badr in Uhud. And one, as I mentioned, Nawfal bin Salba and bin Ajlan is the mentioned name. He participated both in Badr and Uhud, and in Uhud he embraced martyrdom. His progeny did not continue. Then one companion, Hadhrat Rabia bin Amr. Ibn Kalbi has mentioned Rabia bin Kalb bin Yasar has been mentioned, and Abu Mashar has mentioned Rafa bin Amr bin Jarar has been mentioned. He was related to Banu Juhayna, who was allied with another tribe. He participated in Badr and Uhud. Hadhrat Rabia bin Amr was his brother. And then there is a companion, Hadhrat Yasi bin Yazid bin Munzar bin Khanas. He related to tribe Khazraj, and he participated in Baitul Aqaba. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, Hadhrat Yazid bin Munzar and Amir bin Rabia, he established the brotherhood between them. He participated in Badr and Uhud, and when he passed away, he did not leave any children behind. His brother Makal bin Munzar, he also participated in Baitul Aqaba and Badr and Uhud. Then there is a companion, Hadhrat Kharja bin Umayyah. There is a difference in his name. According to some history, Ibn Ishaq bin Kharja bin Umayyah has been mentioned by Ibn Ishaq. Musa bin Aqba has mentioned the name as Harsa bin Umayyah, and Waqti has mentioned the name Hamza bin Umayyah. And his father, there is difference regarding his name of his father. Some have mentioned Umayyah, and some have mentioned Jumaira and some other name. Anyway, all the people agree anyway that he was from the tribe Asha, and it was ally of the tribe Khazraj. Name of his brother was Umayyah, who participated along with him in Ghazwa Badr. Then Suraka bin Amr is mentioned. He was Ansari helper, and that he died in 8th year of Hijrah in Jang-e Mota. His Suraka bin was the full name, and Hudayla bin Qais was the name of the mother. Hadhrat Suraka, he was from the famous tribe of Banu Najjar. He related to that. And regarding his accepting of Islam, there is a difference of opinion. Some say that he did sometime before the Hijrah migration, and some say that after the Hijrah, soon after that, he accepted Islam. The Holy Prophet ﷺ Mahja wala Umar and Suraka bin Umar, he established the brotherhood between the two in Battle of Badr and Ghazwa Uhud and Khandak and Khaybar. He participated in all that, and also at the time of Sulh Hudaybiyah he was there, and Umratul Qaza he was having the company of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hadhrat Suraka bin Amr is among those fortunate companions who had the honor of participating in Baitul Rizwan, and then his progeny did not continue. He got the martyrdom, as I said. It was during the Jang-e Mota in 8th year of Hijrah. Then another companion is Hadhrat Abbad bin Qais. He passed away in 8th Hijri in Jang-e Mota, and there is a difference of opinion in the name. His name Ubadah bin Qais bin Asha, and also his name of his grandfather was Abasa. Hadhrat Abad, he was uncle of Hadhrat Abu Darda, and he Badr, Uhud, Khandar and Khaybar, he participated along with the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At the time of Sulh Hudaybiyah, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, he was there, and also he embraced martyrdom in Jang-e-Mota. Abu Azziya bin Sabit bin Numan, he died in 7th year of Hijrah. According to one narration, his name was Umair bin Sabit bin Numan bin Umayyah bin Imra ul-Qas, and according to another narration, Numan bin Sabit bin Imra ul-Qas is the name. He is known by his title, and in Badr and Uhud and Hudaybiyah he joined, and in 7th Hijrah he died. It is mentioned that a Jew attacked and hit his head, cut his head, and as a result he embraced martyrdom. Then Hadhrat Ansa is there. He also died in Ghazwa Badr. But this is a point of difference of opinion. Some say that some people say that he was alive during the time of the Khalifatul Hazrat Abu Bakr, but he was a freed slave of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His name was Ansa, and Abu Ansa is also mentioned, and according to some, his title was Abu Masroor. Hadhrat Anasa, in the beginning of the preaching of Islam, he accepted Islam in early days, and in the time of Hijrah he went to Medina, and he stayed with Qais bin Khasma, and as long as he lived, he was always be in the company of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was his favorite duty. He was so obedient. It is mentioned about him that when he used to sit, so then he used to seek the permission before sitting. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he participated along with him in Ghazwa Badr. Then Hadhrat Abu Kabsha bin Sulaim is there. This is the title of Abu Kabsha. He died during the period of Hadhrat Umar, and according to some, his name was Salama. He was a freed slave of from Persia. He was a slave of the Holy Prophet. He was a Badri companion. His birth on the land of Aus, and regarding his nation, country, and lineage, there is a difference. Some say Farsi, and some Makki, and some others. And he came into Islam after the message of Islam, and he migrated to Medina, and except the Badr, he participated in all the battles along with the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Abu Kabsha, when he migrated to Medina, so then Kulsum bin al-Hadam, he stayed with her, and according to one, Qais bin Khasman was the place where he stayed, and he died later on. That was the 13th year of Hijrah. Then Hadhrat Mursad bin Abi Mursad, son of, he died in third year of Hijrah. He was a Badri companion. He was a friend of a Badri Sahabi, and he joined the Ghazwa Badr, and in the beginning of Islam he accepted Islam, and before Badr he migrated and came to Medina, and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he established the brotherhood with Aus bin Samit, was established by the Holy Prophet. on the day of Badr, he was in a horse with the Sabat was the name, and Ibn Ishaq said that he was the leader of that group which Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to Raji, and this incident was in 3rd year of Hijrah, and some say that Hadhrat Asim bin Sabit was the leader of that group. Regarding the incident of his martyrdom, Banu Azal and Banu Kala, they showed as if they have believed in Islam. They for the religious education, they requested the Holy Prophet ﷺ to send some teachers. At that, the Holy Prophet, there is a difference of narration. He said Hadhrat Marsad or Hadhrat Asim Radhiyallahu anhu was made the leader, and a group of a community of people were sent when they had reached the point of Raji. Then these people, they came with the open swords, and we say that we don't want to kill you, but we want to get money in lieu of you, and we make promise that your life will be protected. On that, Hadhrat Marsad Radhiyallahu anhu and Khalid and Asim Radhiyallahu anhu, all of them, they said that we do not believe in what you say, and in this way they entered into the fight and they got martyred. And then Abu Marsad is another, Qanas is the name, bin al-Hussein al-Amwi. He died in 12th year of Hijrah, according to some. His title was Abul Hissam. He was a resident of Syria. In the beginning of the message of Islam, he accepted, and after the permission to migrate, he came to Medina. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, Ibadah bin Samit, he was taken into the brotherhood by the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When Abu Marsad and his son Marsad, when they migrated towards Medina, both were Kalsum bin Hadam. They stayed with him, and according to some, they stayed with Ibn Qasim. Hadhrat Abu Marsad, in all the expeditions, he was along with the Holy Prophet ﷺ and participated. Hadhrat Abu Marsad, he has this special status in history that Hadhrat Hatim bin Abi Balta, called the victory of Mecca, in order to protect his family, in order to give a message to Mecca, that did he through a secret letter. The Holy Prophet came to know. Allah Almighty told him about that. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ sent 3 people on mount to that lady who was taking that letter, and they retrieved that letter, and one of them was Abu Marsad. Hadhrat Ali narrates, he says that the Holy Prophet ﷺ sent me and 2 others, and we were riding on horses, and the Holy Prophet said that you go there, that when you Rawza Khaq, that is a place, when you reach there, that's a place, then you will see a lady, a woman from the idolaters, and she is carrying a letter, and this is the narration of Bukhari. He narrated one tradition from the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Muslim and Nawawi it is mentioned, that I heard the Holy Prophet ﷺ say that don't sit on the graves and nor pray in their direction, while your direction would be the graves. Don't pray. And he died during the period of Hadhrat Abu Bakr till 12 Hijri at the age of 66. Then a companion, Hadhrat Salib bin Qais bin Amr bin Alas, he died in 14th Hijrah. And Hadhrat Salib bin Qais, and his full name is long, and Abu Salma, and both of them, they accepted Islam together, and the family of Adi bin Najjar, they smashed the statues there. the Holy Prophet ﷺ, when he went to Medina, so when the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he was entering into Medina on the back of a camel, so all the tribes, they wanted that the Holy Prophet should stay into the place of Banu Adi, and these were they were the related to uncle, related as uncle to Holy Prophet. And at that time, Hazrat Ali bin As and Usaira bin Abu Kharja, they tried to stop that she camel. The Holy Prophet said that leave alone my she camel. She is appointed wherever Allah Almighty will direct her, she will go. But anyway, he Ghazwa Qadr and Badr, he joined the Holy Prophet ﷺ in all the expeditions. Jang-e Jasar, that was in 14 year, he passed away during that period. Hadhrat Mujazzar bin Ziyad, and he embraced martyrdom in Ghazwa Ahad, and the word Mujarrad means one who is bulky. The Holy Prophet ﷺ and Hazrat Mujarrad and Hazrat Aqil, brotherhood was established between the two, and it is also mentioned that the Holy Prophet Hazrat Mujarrad and Hazrat Ukasha bin Mason, the establishment of Muwaqat was between these two. Hazrat Mujarrad, in the expedition of Badr and Uhud, they participated. Ibn Ishaq says that the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he stopped that nobody should kill Abul Bakhtari, because in Mecca he stopped the people from giving any bad treatment to the Holy Prophet. Huzur said that nobody should kill him, and he himself was never ever giving any hard time to the Holy Prophet, and he was among those people who stood up against that treaty which Banu Quraysh and Banu Hashim made against the people. And he met him and said that Bakhtari's name was As, and he said that what is about my companion? Hadhrat Mujarrad said, he said, no, we are not going to leave your companion. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has only stopped us killing only you, not anybody else. So he said that if we die, then we will die together. That I would not tolerate that the people, ladies in Mukkah, they should be saying that I left my friend at the time of battle, and they became ready to kill, to fight with them. Mujarrad, he killed him. Hadhrat Mujazzar, Radiyallahu Ta'ala anhu, he came back to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said that by God who has sent you with truth, I insisted to him that he should become a captive, and I would have brought to you, but he was not ready, and finally he fought with me, and I eventually killed him. From the progeny is in Medina and Baghdad. The progeny, a narration is there that there are three people of Badr. They were three, and he was one of them. They were all buried in one grave. In one narration, it is mentioned that Hazrat Anisa bin Adi, she came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said that, O Prophet of Allah, my son Abdullah, who is Badri, he has embraced martyrdom in Badr. I want to bury him very close to my house so that I can be in the close proximity. The Holy Prophet ﷺ permitted, and also this was decided that with Hazrat Abdullah and his friend Hazrat Mujarrad should also be buried in the one grave. So both the friends, they were wrapped in one coffin, and they were brought to on the camel, and the other friend was bulky and he was a bit slim, Mujazzar, and both of them they were both put on balance on the back of the camel. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that the actions of both these people has made a balance between the two, although one was bulky. Hadhrat Abdullah bin Jammu is another companion. He died during the period of Hadhrat Umar. Hadhrat Khubab bin Munzir in Badr, Uhud and Khandak, in all the expeditions he was fighting with the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He was joining, and he was very steadfast, and he did the bath on the hand of the Holy Prophet. And regarding him, Hazrat Mirza Bashir Ahmad Sahib Sirat Khatun Biyin, he has written that the place where the Muslim army stopped over, that was not a place. At that, Hazrat Khubab bin Munzir, he asked him that is it as a result of the revelation from God that you have decided in favor of this place to stay, or is it just as a planning from the military point of view? So the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that there is no divine commandment regarding that. If you want to give any advice, do give that. On that, the Khubab bin Munzir submitted that he said, in my view, this place is not nice. We should go somewhere, and we should go someplace closer to Quraysh. There is a fountain there, and I know that the water is good. I know that, and normally the quantity is also good. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, he liked this proposal, and until that moment, the Quraysh was on the other side of the top of the mountain. So the Muslims went ahead, and they captured that fountain. And as it is mentioned in the Holy Quran, at that time there was not much water in that fountain, and Muslims were shortage of water. And moreover, that side of that mountain was there was a lot of sand there, and it was difficult to firmly establish your feet. But as a result of rain, that gave the opportunity that the Muslims, they collected the water by making a sort of a puddle there, and on the other side of the non-believers, there was mud there, and also the water was muddy. Hazrat Ibn Abbas narrates that Hazrat Jibreel, he came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and said that this is the good opinion which has been given by Khubab bin Munzir. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, Khubab, you give a very wise advice. And in the battle of Badr, he was holding the banner of the tribe, and Khubab bin Munzir, he was only 33 when he joined the Ghazwa Badr. And regarding him, Hazrat Mirza Bashir Ahmad Sahib has written in Sirat Khatun that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ, when he came to know from his people that these were the armies of the Quraysh, they are coming, then he sent Khubab bin Munzir, one of his companions, he sent him that you go and assess the number of the enemies, and he told him firmly that if their power is very big and it's a point of danger for the Muslims, so then when you come back, don't mention in the meeting that there is a huge number of army there, so that people should not be get disheartened and worried. So he went there, and very quickly he came back very soon, and he mentioned everything to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yahya bin Saad relates that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on the time of Yawm Nazir and Yawm Qurayza, when he asked for the counsel and advice, Hazrat Khubab bin Munzir stood up and he said that in my opinion that we should stay very close to their residence, so that we can find out the information about that, and we can also keep an eye on them. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, the Holy Prophet ﷺ acted on his advice, and during the period of Hazrat Abu Bakr, he passed away. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away, at that time the condition of the Muslim was such, and that has been as Hadhrat Abu Bakr Radhiyallahu Ta'ala Anhu controlled that situation. That incident is that Hadhrat Abu Bakr, he praised Allah Almighty and did his praise, and then he said that, look, that the one who used to worship the Holy Prophet, let him listen that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has passed away. And those who used to worship Allah Almighty, then he should remember that Allah is alive and he never dies, and he will never die. And then he, innaka mayyitun wa innahum mayyitun, that you are going to die and they are going to die. And also recited the verse, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ الرُّسُلُ أَفَإِن مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انقلبتم عَلَىٰ أَعْقَابِكُمْ وَمَن يَنقلب عَلَىٰ عَقِبَيْهِ فَلَن يَضُرَّ اللَّهَ شَيْئًا وَسَيَجْزِي اللَّهُ الشَّاكِرِينَ. وَسَيَجْزِي اللَّهُ الشَّاكِرِينَ, that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is a prophet, and all the prophets before him have passed away. So if he dies, then are killed, so then are you going to turn on your heels? And whosoever would do so, then he will not be giving any harm to Allah. And very soon Allah Almighty will reward the grateful people. As Sulaiman says that when people listened, they wept bitterly, and they were out of control. And they said that Ansar, they entered into the house of Sa'd bin Ubadah, and they said that one Amir should be from us, Ansar, and one from the immigrants. And Umar bin Khattab and Ubaidah Barra, they went to him, and Hadhrat Umar was about to say that Hadhrat Abu Bakr asked him to keep quiet. Hadhrat Umar said that by God, that whatever I had to say, that was for this thing, that I have prepared a speech which I liked very much, and I was afraid that Hadhrat Abu Bakr will not be able to reach there, that he will not be able to speak so eloquent. And Hadhrat Abu Bakr spoke so much, who was so eloquent and so powerful and impressive, and then all other people, that he mentioned in the speech at that time that we are the leaders and you are our companions and advisors. And Hadhrat Khubab said, Khubab bin Munzar is being mentioned, so therefore I mentioned. He said, Khubab bin Munzar, that not like that. By God, it is not like that. We are not going to do like that. We will have one leader from us and from you, and from Quraysh and Ansar, both have their own leader, Amir. Hadhrat Abu Bakr said, no, but the Amir would be from us, and you are going to be our advisors and helper, because the Quraysh are better than all other tribes, and they are the oldest Arabs. So therefore, you do the Bai'at Ubaidah or Umar. But Hadhrat Umar said that we will do the Bai'at at you because you are better, you are our leader. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ was always loved him very much. After saying, he took the hold of Hadhrat Abu Bakr and did the Bai'at, and all the other people also did the Bai'at at that time. So all the people did the Bai'at. Hadhrat Khubab bin Munzar narrates that Hadhrat Jibreel alayhi salam, he came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and submitted that which out of the two you like it, that you should stay with your companions in this life, or you should go back to Allah Almighty your Lord with this thing that he has promised to you such everlasting benefits and bounties, and your eyes will be feeling totally satisfied. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said to his companions that, what do you advise me about this matter? The companion said that, O Prophet of Allah, we like this thing very much, that you should stay with us and inform us about the weaknesses of our enemies, and pray to Allah Almighty, help us against them, and also tell us about the news from heaven. And Khubab bin Munzar, looking at him, the Holy Prophet said, you don't speak, what has happened to you? At that he says that, I said, O Prophet of Allah, whatever Allah Almighty has liked for you, you choose that one. So he liked that opinion of mine. Then there is a companion, Hadhrat bin Rafi bin Najlan. He is Ansari. He passed during the time of Amir Muawiyah. Hadhrat Rifa bin Rafi bin Malik bin Najlan. His title was Abu Muaz. Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul's sister was his mother, and he participated in Badr, Uhud, and Baitul Rizwan, and all other occasions. He was always present. He had two brothers, Khalad bin Rafi and Malik bin Rafi. They also participated in Badr. Hadhrat Muaz, to his brother Hadhrat Rafi, he has narrated through him, and his father was from the people of Badr. He said that Jibreel came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he said that what status do you give to the people of Badr among the Muslims? The Holy Prophet replied that they are the best Muslims, or some other word meaning the same. Hadhrat Jibreel said, and similarly those angels are also very distinguished who were there in Badr. It's a narration in Bukhari. There was how the angels participated in that battle. Hadhrat Zainul Abidin Shah Sahib, the commentary of Bukhari which he has written, in that he has mentioned with the participation of the angels, he has said, and that is like this, that Allah Almighty has mentioned in the Holy Quran that is yuhi rabbuka ilal malaikate anni ma'akum fasabbitul lazina amanu saulki qulubil lazina kafaru roba fazribu fawqa al-aghnaqi wazribum minhum kulla banan. That it was the time when Allah Almighty was revealing to angels that I am with you, so make the Muslims steadfast, and I will put awe in the hearts of non-believers, and you hit each and every joint of their body, and the meaning of this statement is that a very severe punishment attack is there, and according to there are various traditions similar to that. Shah Sahib says about him that in this was the presence of an angel and their participation is mentioned. And their battle is something like that which is appropriate to their status. This is that fight. It was not a battle with the sword or arrows, and they see with the spiritual eye, not with the physical eye. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, he witnessed this, and the companions also did, and this sort of opportunity also is given to the friends of Allah. And the angels of Allah Almighty, everything is in their control. Shah Sahib explained this point, that the big leaders of the Quraysh, when they became out of control, and this became the style of the battles after that, and that is through how the decree of Allah Almighty was fulfilled, and their style of battle was different, and our way of fighting was different than us. At the time of Badr, the enemy to stop on the side of a mound of sand and to go there, and the small number of the people was obscure from the eyes of the non-believers, and each and every arrow going right to the target, and all the arrows they sent, that was always on the hitting on the nail, and it was very effective. And the embarrassment of the enemy and the steadfastness of the companions, they were very much worried, the enemies, and the companions were steadfast and satisfied. And he says all these things were done by the angels, and the news of that Allah Almighty gave to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. In this wording he gave that is tastaghithuna rabbakum fastajaba lakum anni mumiddukum bi alfin min al malaikati murdifin. That when I remember that time when you were seeking help from Allah Almighty, and at that Allah Almighty accepted your prayer and said that for your help I am going to cause the angels to descend, and their number will be increasing. This is the result of the acceptance of the prayer, and there is something very and when you look at that, all these things, then there is a huge party of angels which is actively there, and that is the one who protected the Holy Prophet ﷺ at that terrible time. In that very dangerous time, he took the Holy Prophet and brought him back to Mecca, and then how he protected him when he was seeking refuge in Saur, and who is the one who took the Holy Prophet ﷺ safe and sound to Medina, which became the center of Islam. He says that Hadhrat Ibn Abbas to stay there in Mecca as a non-believer, and then the information through the angels that he was completely informed about all the movements of the non-believers. So background of all these things, the activity and the doings of an angel was there in the background, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, this is the background of the victory and the success of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that Allah Almighty says that I am going to help you in large group of angels. And Shah further says that in Sahih Bukhari, I have Hadhrat Maulana Nuruddin Sahib, I have learnt it chapter by chapter, and I have also learnt the Holy Quran from Hadhrat Khalifatul Massih regarding Hadhrat Malaikatullah, the angels of Allah, that Nuruddin has also opportunity of speaking to angels, and the system of angels is very vast, and every capability of human being, and there are angels who are deputed for that, and for the eyesight and the spiritual insight and the quality of feeling and wisdom and knowledge, and also the ability to think. If the help of angel is not there, so then these faculties are useless, and there is no benefit out of them. So all the human capabilities, they are because of the angels, and they come into play only in that. He says that when the bullet is sent, it hits the target. It can only do when the wisdom is right, and one can assess the distance, and one person is in full senses and his decision power is there, otherwise the arrow will miss the target. He says that the Khalifatul used to say that each and everything, every faculty, there are angels appointed for that, and that is related to each and every person, and with the condition of the belief and disbelief, their reaction is different. And in the reference of Badr, their number was mentioned in 3,000 or 5,000 later on. So that is, and this is because of the duties allocated to them. The Jang-e-Uhud, the number of the angels was more, and that was according to the situation of the time, whether it was more dangerous or not. So he says that Masroor illa min indillah, that the promised help is it comes only from Allah Almighty, and this is related to two attributes of His wisdom and full power, and in which all these things are linked together, and there is a continuity and a steadfastness, and they are supported by divine help. So this is all that the depth of this, about this, that the angels descend and they do, and they were sent to help the Muslims, and not that the angels were killing those people, not like that. And according to some people, that the people who were killed by angels, that the appearance of those were different, and those who died, who were killed by the companions, their appearance was different. This is wrong. Actually, the human faculties are protected and they are guided by angels, and that is actually the fight on behalf of the angels. Hadhrat Yahya bin Muaz bin Rafi is narrated, and he was a people of Badr, and his father Hadhrat Rafi, he was the one who did Bai'at at Aqba, and he was among those people who did the Bai'at. Hadhrat Rafa, his son, he used to say that this was not pleasing to me, that instead of joining in those who did the Bai'at in Aqba, this thing was a great thing for me, and it's a matter of great honor for me that I took part in Badr, and as compared with joining that Bai'at Aqba. This is a great honor by participating in Jang Badr. Hadhrat Rafa bin Rafi, he Jamal and Siffin, the battles he joined. According to a narration, when Talha and Zubair bin Basra, to them, both of them, they were going to Basra with a troop. So Hadhrat Abbas bin Mutlib's wife, Fazl, so she informed about Hadhrat Ali about their going away, and he was very much surprised that the people have killed and martyred Hadhrat Usman, and without my permission and without my suggestion, and the people did the Bai'at, and Talha and Zubair also did Bai'at on my hand, and now they have gone to Basra. At that, Rafa and Rafi said that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed away, so we believed that we, the Ansar, we deserve more of the Khilafat, because we have helped the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and our status in religion is high. But you people said that we are, the Muhajirin are superior, and their friend and closely attached. So we remind you that you, in the succession of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, you do not pick up a fight with it, and you people know it very well, that we left the question of Khilafat at that time. We did not enter into any discussion, and we did the Bai'at at that time without picking up any dispute on that point. And the reason of that was that when we saw that the truth is being established and the Book of Allah is being followed, and the tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ is well established, so there was no other way out for us. And what else did we like that? And we did the Bai'at, and we did not reverse it. So now these people have opposed you. Those, you are better than these people. So therefore, so you please let us know regarding your command. And in that time, Hajjaj bin Razia, he came that, O Amirul Mu'mineen, this matter should have been resolved well before the time passes by. I will not feel satisfied, and I will not be feeling satisfied if I fear the death. O people of Ansar, you helped the Amirul Mu'mineen for the second time, as you helped the Holy Prophet ﷺ. By God, the second help, it will be like the first help, except that from these two, the first help is much superior. Anyway, he died. He during the period of Amir Muawiyah, in early days, he passed away. So I want to mention something more as well. That is to explain one incident there. Hadhrat Ammar, it is mentioned, I mentioned that Hadhrat Amr bin Alas, at the time of his demise, he mentioned great sorrow that he heard the Holy Prophet ﷺ say that a rebellious troop will kill him, and the people who killed Hadhrat Ammar, they were the military people of Umayyah. Some people question on that when this rebellious group he was among they. So why his name is mentioned so much, and why Hadhrat Amir Muawiyah in Jamaat literature he is given a status? The first thing is that the status of the companions, it is not for us to determine that whether they will be forgiven or not. And whatever misunderstanding or by mistake, if this incident, said this incident happened, the matter of that is related to Allah, and the Muslims suffered that the result of that incident. So this question, it comes in the minds of those people, those who were present in those days. And in order to, they must have been praying to get this uneasiness solved there, that while these companions are fighting with companions, and they must be seeking help from and guidance from Allah Almighty, and Allah Almighty would be giving them the right guidance. There is a narration, Abu Zuha has mentioned, that Amr bin Shirabil, Abu Masra, who was a student of Abdullah bin Abdullah, and he saw in the dream that there is a very lush green garden. There are some tents there. In that, Ammar bin Yasir was also there. And some other tents, camps, there were some. Abu Talha and Abu Masra said that how is it that these people fought together? How is it that they are all together? The reply was there that these people, they found Allah Almighty as Wasiul Maghfirah, the one who is very vast in forgiveness. So now all these people have been taken together, have been brought together. So these matters, now they are in the hand of Allah Almighty. And in these matters, it is not our job to keep these things in our hearts, and because of keeping these matters in the hearts, sometime the distance was there between the hearts of the Muslims, and the divisions were created among them, and as a result of that we also see today. So these are a source of lesson, or learning a lesson for us, that instead of keeping these things in our hearts, we should be established in Wahdat, the unity. When I, with reference to Hadhrat Muslim Maud, when I mentioned the Hadhrat Amir Muawiyah, I mentioned one incident. So somebody from Arab countries wrote to me that he was rebellious and he was a group of killers and he was a leader of that. So why have you mentioned his name with so much respect? So for them, this narration of the dream which I mentioned, it's a good answer, that Allah's mercy and forgiveness is very vast. So we have to take care of our own matters, and we have to reform ourselves. And regarding those people, instead of thinking and discussing and debating, that is not right. Hadhrat Promised Messiah ﷺ in some has mentioned regarding Hadhrat Amir Muawiyah, he has mentioned very good words and praised him. So we, regarding these saintly people, instead of making any comment regarding that, we should try to learn a lesson from them. Hadhrat Amir Muawiyah, it is mentioned in one place that when Hadhrat Ali and they were fighting, and the differences were very vast, very big. At that time, a Christian king, and he thought that the situation of Muslim is weak, therefore we should attack the Muslims. When Hadhrat Amir Muawiyah came to know that if you are thinking like that, then remember that if you attack, then under the flag of Hadhrat Ali, the one who will be fighting under his flag, the very first general, that would be me. Under the flag of Hadhrat Ali, I will fight against you. So come to senses. So this is also the status. So Allah Almighty enable us that we should be united, and we have the unity among them, and always increasing in virtues.